I'm going to be extremely honest right now. I don't think we're cooked. I really don't. I don't think America's over. I watched the debate, or as much of it as I could stomach, and even with the extreme amount of dismay and disillusion that I felt, I don't feel like America's over. Now, I think that there are tons of reasons and a lot of evidence that I could give you uh, for that, but I think it all comes down to one thing when I really distill it. I don't want it to be. That's it. And I think that a lot of people in this country should make things that simple in their own lives. I don't want it to be, so it won't be over. Now, there are two sides to this story, the philosophical and the practical. So I'll give you the philosophical first. For me personally, I'm a person of delusional levels of optimism, always. Right? Anyone who knows me can verify it. I'm someone who believes that as long as I keep looking towards what is good and what is possible in the good, then it can become eventuality. That being said, I'm also an absurdist. I am at base an absurd person. And I really like being that way a lot, because I don't think that while hope is useful in good times, and hope is always useful and optimism is always useful, I think where it's needed is in times like this. I think when you look at Biden's performance during that debate, that is the time to be especially hopeful. I think that's the time to be especially focused. I think that's the time to be especially driven, not disillusioned and disheartened, because I promise that a lot of politicians want you to feel like that. They want you to feel like hope is gone and there's no way forward, and there's nothing you can do. That way they can raise prices here, they can remove taxes here, they can put levies on here, they can make trade deals here, they can close these factories. Your disillusion is needed for them to operate a corrupt society. Taking away your hope, to put it bluntly, is necessary for our current system to continue the way it is. And I think one of the reasons why that's so important to understand is that there are so many agents trying to work in a positive direction within our current system. And I think it's one, I think it does a disservice to them to lose hope like this. And two, they're going to keep fighting anyway. So we might as well have the delusional optimism to support them. And that's where I'll switch from the philosophical of, hope is brightest in the dark to the practical. The practical is that America's not over because there are too many forces in America that won't let it be. There are people fighting for zoning laws in your localities so that they stop building these overexpensive tinder boxes with a parking lot as a foundation. There are people fighting right now to keep, soup kitchens open and community fridges open and community libraries. There are people fighting right now all across the country to make sure that even if the orange man steps into office, it doesn't all just fall away. It's not like these people are just going to give up on inauguration day, no matter who's in office, whether it's Biden, whether it's Trump. The important thing is that you focus. Focus on your local and state elections. Focus on your direct ballot initiatives, the things that almost directly improve your lives or can be a detriment to your lives. It's important to pay attention to these things, and it's important to understand that the powers that be, let's say there was a mysterious cabal of elite people meant to disrupt and corrupt the country. I don't know that they exist. I'm not going to purport to know. I think what those people would need the most is for you not to pay attention. I think they would need for you to get disillusioned and lose your hope and bury your head in the sand, and they take care of the corrupt business they take care of. And I think if you've reached this part in the video, well, one, thank you for sticking around. I think if you've reached this point in the video and you're still looking for why you should do any or all of this, you're not actually paying the fuck attention to what I'm saying. I'm saying you should do it anyway. I'm saying you should do it when there's no good reason to do it. I'm saying that you should remain hopeful and optimistic and driven because you want to be, not because any environment is giving you a reason to be. Make it be sourced from the internal and bring it external. Because whether Biden wins or Biden loses, the sun is going to rise the next day. And you have to do something about it. You have to show up in the world. And whether or not Trump wins or loses, I personally will keep trying to make the world, the environment, my environment, people people better in any small way I can. And that is the only way I believe in incrementalism. I don't believe in political incrementalism, but so keep voting, keep petitioning, keep protesting, you know, keep changing things for the better. Because not only does it matter, it especially matters right now. It matters right now when it seems like it doesn't matter. When it's dark and you can't see the way forward, that's where you have to really drive your feet into the ground and push. That's it. That's all I had. I love you. I'm glad that you're here.